Hello everyone, and welcome to today's tutorial. So today I'll be teaching us how to make a shaker shadow box card. Shaker shadow box card. That name sounds like a tongue twister. So to start, we will need a cardstock, okay, that measures 14 and 6/8 of an inch by 12 and 5/8 of an inch. You can see it's slightly wider than my scoreboard. Okay, slightly wider than my scoreboard. Okay, so but then we make use of it. Don't worry. You can see here it's wider, way wider. Okay, but not to worry. We only need between 2 and 2.5 inches measurement. So now let's start. I will start by scoring at half an inch, 1 inch, 1.5, and 2 inches. Okay, then move my paper up because I didn't finish scoring everything, and then finish the scoring like so. Okay, then turn. So this is what I'm going to do on all the 4 sides. I'll just go at half an inch, 1 inch, 1.5, and 2 inches on all the 4 sides. Okay, so I will repeat that same process on the remaining 3 parts off camera and then get back to you at that point. All right, so here we are. All the 4 sides have been scored. Okay, so now on the longer part, I'm still going to score 2 more points. Okay, so I'll line it up like so and then score at 2.5 inches to the second score line. This is the first one. I'll stop at the second score line. Okay, like so. Okay, then I need to repeat the same scoring on at 12 and about 12 and 2/8 of an inch. Okay, but what I'll do is that I will just flip it like so. You understand? So that's how I flip, and then line it up and score at 2.5, stopping at that second score line. Then flip again like this to the other longer side. Okay, and then repeat the same scoring, 1 and 2.5 to the second score line, and then flip this and repeat the same scoring. So now we have 4 short scorings on our cardstock. That is all for the strawboard. So I'll set this aside. Okay, all right, now the next thing we have to do is to cut. So I'll flip this back. This is the inside part and this is the outside part. I can see the design, it's wavy like ocean, you know. Anyway, so this is the inside part. Okay, as I always say, score on the inside part of your cardstock. Okay, so now next thing I'm going to do is to cut. Bringing in my metal ruler, I'm going to cut this point where this half an inch is. Okay, let me remove this like it's causing some kind of shadow. I don't know. Okay, from where this half an inch mark stopped on the second line, I will score from here to this point to have a diagonal scoring. Okay, I'll score like so. Okay, so now this is what I'm going to do. Please watch properly. But now this square that I made is not necessary because I'm still going to cut on that line. Okay, so watch closely. I will line my ruler up on that short score line and cut from where it stopped all the way down. Okay, then I will come here. That's the center of what like I did this point here. Okay, where this whole box is. From this point I will cut to this point. Sorry, let me cut this first. From here, that's diagonal line, okay, like so. Then I will now make that cutting. You can cut all the way down, it doesn't matter. This one comes off, okay. Then turn it and remove from, you're not going to move everything, please. Okay, you're not moving everything. You cut from 1 2 3 from this third line here. You need this box intact, okay. So I'll turn back and then remove that. I can remove this completely, okay. Now we have 1 2 3 4 sections. I'll turn back and remove this, okay, like so. Please study this image properly. This is what we need. So this is the flap, okay, that will hold the box together. Yes, it's tiny but very powerful, okay. So this is all that we'll need. So now I'm going to repeat this same cutting on the remaining 3 parts, okay. Once I'm done with that, I'll get back to you at that point. Sorry. All right, so I'm done cutting everything, okay. So now next thing is for me to fold and crease on all the score lines, okay. I'm only using my finger to fold and crease. I'm not using my bone folder just yet, okay. So I'll fold this also like so, okay. Just using my finger for now, so that if I make any mistake, I can easily correct it before using the bone folder to do the final creasing, okay, like so. Fold this. Okay, I made a little mistake here, okay. What happened is that I didn't apply too much pressure in my scoring so as not to tear the cardstock, okay. So now here we are. Now this is how this is going to be assembled. This point here will meet this last score line here, like so, and then lift it, okay. It's flat like this, okay. Then you leave the two together at the same time, like so as well. And then once it is flat, you can now raise it to have your box like this, okay. You see, right? Like so, okay. So now next, before we continue that, I'm now going to apply my double-sided tape on this is the inside part, okay. So I'll flip it to the outside part, okay. Then apply my double-sided tape on all the 4 flaps, the 4 outer flaps. This, and this. So let me do that off camera and I'll get back to you at that point. Okay, so now here we are. So I'll just crease that, okay, on all the double-sided tapes that I applied. And this double-sided tape covered the flaps properly, okay. All right, so now there we are. Now I'm going to set this aside because you can see this is quite it's soft, okay, but not as soft. I need it to be very thick and very strong, okay. So I'm making this for a judge, okay. So this is what I printed out on A4 paper and then I trimmed it to size, okay. So this measures 9 6/8 by 7 5/8, and I've already also cut out my cardstock that has the same measurements. And opposite this, I've applied my double-sided tape, okay. So I'll just glue this down on the straw board like so it can be very thick, okay. So I will do that let me just show you how to do it instead of doing it off camera. So I'll peel this first backing tape off. Okay, this can be quite difficult, but then at the end of the day you will get it. So I'll just, you see where I peeled off. Okay, I'm going to start lining it up from here so I can get it straight, and while I'm lining it up, I'll make sure that this one doesn't touch down. So I'll hold it up like so, and then line this up with my straw board, making sure it's properly aligned, and also on the sides. Then okay, like so. That's when I can now press that down. Now once you get this first one, these other ones, there's nothing you will do that will make it squeeze unless you are not being careful. Okay, so all I will need to do next is just to peel off the remaining backing tapes like so, and then just carefully allow it for making sure it is straight. That's it. Then take my bone folder and press down, creasing properly to make sure it holds firmly onto the straw board. Okay, now if you look closely, you will still see traces of the straw board. You can see tiny traces. Okay, so what I will do at this point is to bring my metal ruler, my paper cutter, and trim very little off. You can see where I place my ruler, off that straw board. If your paper cutter is very sharp, this should give with 2 to 3 cuts. You can see the strip I cut out very thin. Okay, so now if you look at this edge, it's very smooth and well aligned to the straw board. So I will repeat the same thing. I will repeat I will repeat the same thing on all the remaining 3 sides. So I'll do that off camera, and then I'll get back to you at that point. All right, so these are the strips that I cut out, very thin. You can see this one is practically folding over. You can see how thin it is. Okay, just make sure that I have its smooth edges. Okay, so it's properly aligned with the A4 paper, the printed A4 paper, and the straw board are properly aligned. Now the next thing that I would do is to now use my double-sided tape, okay, to cover the back like this. Okay, to cover the back like so. This is how I do it. Of course, you must have seen me do this in my previous videos. I've taught this before. You can check the previous videos. Okay, but let me just do this on camera one more time. Okay, then this is how I trim off. I bend my paper cutter, not straight like this. If not, I really don't know, but okay, well, yeah, I got it. Normally I bend it. Okay, you can see the excess tape coming out. That's why I like bending it, so I can cut in. Okay, but then it's fine. It's not going to cause any harm whatsoever. So continue that second part. So I'm going to cover everything totally. If not, the back of the card will be puffy. Yes, it will, because it's not holding onto anything. So that's how to cover everywhere properly with the double-sided tape. Okay, now this is the last one. So I'll just turn this like so and line that up to that edge. So even if there's going to be any extra tape, it will fall. You can see it's little, but it's showing, it's there. You can see it's holding over this one, so it's better like so. Okay, and then just cut. All right, so now I'll turn this over and crease properly once again. Now after creasing, I will then peel off the backing tape. Okay, So I'll peel off that backing tape on all the backing tapes. You can see as I was peeling this one off, it's lifted this a little because this one was lying on top of it. Okay, so I'll just press that down, and then this way it's easier to just peel this off like that. Easy. All right, so now next thing I'm going to do is to bring in our already prepared cardstock. Okay, now to be on the safer side, let me set this aside. To be on the safer side, take your preferably pencil, okay, in case it's going to the markings you don't know, you never can tell, you can show, but just line your ruler up like this. This is the center piece. Okay, we want to score out 1/2 inch all round. Okay, so I'll line this up like so, and then mark at 1/2 inch here, come down here, and then mark another 1/2 inch. Okay, then I think I'll prefer to use my pencil in this case. Okay, so I can easily clean it off. So I will now join these two marks that I made, lining that up. Okay, I'll line that up and then join those 2 points with my pencil. It's not really visible. Okay, no, it's there. This is it. It's not so visible, but you be seeing it. Okay, so and then turn and repeat the same scoring that you did on all the remaining 3, on all the 4 sides. So I'll do that. I'll do this on the remaining 3 sides, then I'll get back to you to continue. All right, so now here we are. I had to use biro to do the markings. I don't know if you can see. Okay, you can see it's faint. Okay, but the pencil is not showing, so because of you guys, as I use biro to do the markings. Okay, but if you're doing it for other people, please don't use biro. You never can tell, the mark can be showing from someone. Then when you are drawing, you are not scoring. Okay, just to draw, to line these 2 marks, make sure it doesn't create any form of crease at the back. Don't apply too much pressure. Okay, all right. So now this marking that we have done now, this center piece that we now have in this center inside center, that's why we will now align this. If I should place this like so, up as in facing down like so, it's right in the center that I marked. Okay, so now I can now flip this and then line it up in that center part, starting from the points closer to me like so, holding it down properly. Okay, and then just dropping it carefully. So I will check all around to be sure that it's well aligned, push where needed. Now I can crease. I can now turn this over and crease from that end. Okay, like so. All right, so now the next thing we're going to do is to assemble our boxes. Okay, so I will start with this short end. What did I just say? Next thing is to assemble our box, not boxes, sorry. Okay, so I'll peel that off and then lie this down. You know there are 4, 1 2 3 4 on the second line. That's where I will lie down like so, then crease with my bone folder. You know, when I folded it, I didn't crease, I just used my fingers. Okay, crease that down, holding that down flat as you can. Lift the 2, okay, together, and then fold over like so. then just encourage it. I know the strawboard is causing traffic, but then it's good. So now you can see it's lying down right beside the strawboard. You can see it, right? And there's no space. I'm not bending this so you can see the space. There's no space, so it's perfectly lined to the strawboard. Now you can now fold this down like so, and then crease again properly like so. Like so. Then you can now lift this. Okay, easy. Now next thing is to do the opposite side. Just the same way I did that one is the same way I will do this. Now this one has an extra tape coming out, so I'll just fold it over like that. Okay, so this at the second point, I'm not going to waste time like I wasted time in the first one because I need to explain it to you. Okay, so I'll just go ahead and do what I have to do. Okay, so this one is lying on top of the card, so I will lift that and then line it to on as right beside it like so. Now I can fold and crease properly. And I can lift this. All right, now to this part I will repeat the same thing, but there's going to be a little a little difference because of the flap. Okay, so I'll fold that down, crease. Now these ones that you use, you can make them flat back, okay, to allow you to finish working on these other sides. Hold down and then fold over. Now this point, this side is not lying in properly, so I'll just encourage it, okay, to become flat. All right, like so. Okay, I hope you can hear me clearly. Okay, so raise this, you see it's okay. Great. So we have this like so. All right, so let's finish up with the other side. Raise that and then fold this over. Okay, raise this and fold down. Okay, so there we are. This is not sitting properly. Okay, there. Alright, so now we have the box looking flat like this, okay, but it's not going to come flat, so I'm going to bring in my UHU glue, okay, which I've already poured inside this bottle, so I've told you guys earlier. Okay, so just need to hold this down so it can come down. Okay, so now what I will do, just place that somewhere. Okay, now please watch closely. See this flap? Okay, you see this flap? I need to trim. I actually forgot to trim so that I can fold easily, just like a triangle thing like so, just to nudge it a little so I can go in and easily. Okay, supposed to do this nudging before gluing it down. Okay, but then it's not too late, so just little nudging. You don't need anything plenty, just little. Okay, this is like this, so I'll turn it like so, like so. All right, so there, finished. All right, now I cannot bring my uhu. You can see it has gone down properly, so I will now apply my UHU gum on that flap because it's going inside. Okay, please watch closely. So I'll fold this, okay, then raise this and push this inside into that part, and push this goes into here, this goes under here, like so. Okay, but before I finish that up, I'll just apply my gum on the diagonal part like so, where I know that the cardstock will get to, like so, and then hold it down for a while for it to be dried. Okay, so I'll just leave it like so for some time for it to be dried. Okay, so I will do this on the remaining 3 parts, and then I will get back to you at that point. All right, so now here we are. I have all the sides fully dried already. Okay, so very sturdy. Okay, very sturdy. It's very sturdy. It's nice. All right, so now I have some embellishments. Yeah, this is what I'll be using, just to give it a slight touch, you know, just to beautify the card so it doesn't just go plain like that. Okay, so I'll apply my UHU gum, and then just on the 4 corners like so. Like so. So yeah, so I have my golden roses at the 4 corners like so. Then this butterfly thingy on this white looking part of the balloon, that's where I will put this like so. Also 4 of them. So is there any significant thing about the number 4? I don't know. The only ones I know are 3 and 7. Yeah, okay, so okay, and there we are, and we are done. So that is all for the card. I don't want, you know, just something simple and precise, nothing too loud and all. She's a judge, so you know, they like simple things. I don't know, maybe so, I don't know. So anyway, this is it, and thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next tutorial. Yay, thank God it's not to 30 minutes. All right, thank you guys.